Okay, the manager says take your questions on the game. If you'd like to start.
Is that open now? It looks bigger.
We've extended.
Yeah.
I mean, are you happy about the performance or disappointed?
First half, it seemed like we couldn't get to grips with going 1-0 down. But when you concede a goal as early as that at Old Trafford, you've got plenty of time to get back into the game. But I felt we didn't deal with that particularly well, and lucky to go in half time with one each. I felt it was, but second half was good. Second half was we put pressure on them, create chances. Yeah, they could have. They had a decent chance as well, backstick with Grealish, but we created loads of big ones that we should have won this game. But overall, I don't think we deserved to, especially after first half. Sorry.
How do you assess the progress of the team so far this season? Now we've sort of had a little bit of a few games. Is it about where you thought it would be, or is it disappointing?
Well, you do get with a young team. We are a young team, and I don't want to use that as an excuse, but because we are Man United and we want to get a run, and as soon as we get a run of 3 or 4 games together here now, that's what we need. That's what these boys need, I feel, and we'll just have to make sure we do everything right now until Wednesday, because it's a short and quick turnaround.
The Lindelof goal was the first headed league goal you've had in 2019. How do you explain that stat, and how have you worked to try to score more goals like that?
Didn't Rashford head it?
It's an own goal, actually.
It's an own goal, all right. Well, that's part of the game that we have to improve on, and of course we've had a few decent chances over the course of the season. So, but I was pleased with that goal. We should have kept on to that lead, of course. But then when they get a corner straight away, they are a very physical side. Played a clever corner, and we just couldn't, as a team, get up and play him on offside.
But when it comes to that Rashford goal, as a striker, you know, statistics are important for self-confidence and everything. Do you think it's a bit strange that it's awarded that no goal when you see the ball kind of spinning?
I've not seen it on the video, so I'll see the video, and I can't understand if it's not a Rashford goal. But that's, what do I know about goals?
What do you say to people who say Man United are 9th after 14 games? Man United shouldn't be 9th, no matter what rebuilding.
We don't. How do you say? I wouldn't have sat here and talked about us being 5th if we got that 1 goal extra. So the league table at this point is not the biggest concern, because it's so tight. I just need to make sure that we get performances and get 3 or 4 performances after each other and results. What I can say is, so far we've had the lead in so many games and we haven't been able to win those games. 6-7 times, I'm sure, that we've been 1-0 up or 2-1 like today, or 3-2 like last week, and we should be better at seeing them games into wins.
Well, since you got the job permanently, you've won 6 games in 22 league matches. I think. What makes you confident that you could actually go on a run of 5-6 wins in the bounce? Because there's no evidence to suggest this team.
Well, I think there's loads of evidence that these boys are closer to winning games than losing games, and to tip them margins in our favour. Of course, we've got to work on different things. Today, first half wasn't good enough. Disappointed in that, because all the boys stayed here, while the young boys and us went over to Kazakhstan. So we should have been coming out of the traps quicker. And first half wasn't good enough. Second half was what we want to see.
Some of the fans around us were giving Pereira a bit of stick. I know you said a few weeks ago he's had a bit of criticism and he put a good crossing for the goal, but he has started a lot of games this season. Is that becoming out of necessity because there is a midfield shortage there, or is it a difficult situation with him?
Andreas is improving all the time. He's a young boy that's working hard every single day to improve his game, and he's played quite a few games this year, yeah. And he's we found more or less his position earlier on in the season. He's an attacking midfielder. Of course, when you lack your three, call it more experienced with Nemanja, Paul, and Scott, Andreas has to cover that role, and he's doing a job for the team.
Ole, you spoke about giving up leads. What is that down to? Is it lack of experience, composure, or?
Probably a few things. Then again, experience. Yeah, we are a young team, and we are probably the youngest team in the league. But that's not an excuse for us to not see games out and not winning games that we are winning, because we've put ourselves in that position as well to win games. And then what we want to see then is to get two goal lead and 3 goal lead. So we disappointed today that we conceded straight away after getting the lead, and then the game became more end-to-end than it should have been. Because if you can control the game winning, then you can control the tempo of it. We weren't able to.
There's a couple of there's one incident in the first half when Mata put a great ball across the 6-yard area.
Yeah.
And again in the second half, Dan James, and there's no one at the end of it. Do you feel your team's lacking at the centre forward who can make those runs, who get those sort of goals regularly?
Today we created chances to be there, stood there 3 yards away from goal and just tap it in. And of course then Dan created some chances down his right. That was a decent chance as well for us. So yes, I've said it a few times, we've got players who score worldies, but get yourself them 4 or 5 extra goals every season. It'll give us points, it'll give them confidence, and so but we're working on this. It's not that they stand outside the box because they don't think the ball's coming. So it could have been a couple of tap-ins there today for some of the boys.
Okay, sorry, there's a question up at the back.
Yeah.
Huge praise for Jack Grealish, the goal he scored today. A lot of commentary on him, YouTube. I just wondered what you thought of him, and is this the kind of player that Manchester United are like?
I can't talk too much about other teams' players if they're Man United caliber or targets, but a fantastic goal. I think he hit one of them, them corners that I've hit a couple of times. So it was a great finish. But then again, we should defend better, show him down the left, to be fair. So, but what a goal, and he played a good game, definitely.
Sorry, is there any update on Pogba and McTominay in terms of Wednesday night?
We still got 2 days. We need to look at everyone here as well. We've only got 2 days, so let's see. Hopefully we can see one of them on the pitch, but they are working hard behind the scenes.
Okay, guys, thank you.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you.